So here is a general introduction to limits and tangent lines and how to graph them. So basically what we have here is an equation: find the tangent of the parabola y equals x squared at p.11. And so we're going to start with this basic table and graph that function, the y equals x squared function. So 0 squared for y equals 0, and then you plug in 1 squared equals 1, and 2 squared equals 4. And basically here you're just plugging it into the function. And at this point, you draw your xy coordinate plane, and this parabola, just to make it easy, was actually about just the origin. So then you can make this by just graphing those couple points that we created over in the table. And then from there, we're going to draw our tangent line. Now, tangent just means that basically a line that meets at one point of the parabola. And so I'm just going to draw a point here that, well, once I fix my erased points, you just plot the one point that we're given on that line. And so now what we have to do from here is we're going to need to plot another point. And this is done by creating another point, which we're just going to make an arbitrary point along that line to be, we'll make that point, just for easiness sake, 1.5 and 2.25. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the slope using this point and the function above. So slope, if you remember, equals rise over run. So that just means using your normal x and y on the graph. See, x, y, which is just y2 minus y1, the rise, and x2 minus x1, which is the run. And using that function, we plug that in, so y squared minus our p, 0.1, over x minus 1, and that equals our MPQ, in the slope of MPQ. So just plugging in our points for Q that we have above, that I'm circling, just plug that in, and when you put that into the calculator, you get a value of 2. So that, therefore, your slope MPQ equals 2. So since your slope is 2, then we need to go back to the equation of a line. And we know that the equation of a line is y equals mx plus b. So I'm just going to write that down here. Y equals mx plus b. And if you remember, m is your slope and the b is your y-intercept. And this is just basic from algebra. You should remember this part. And so now we're just going to plug the information that we have for our point and our slope into this equation. So y equals 2, our slope, x plus 1, which is our intercept. And so that is the equation of your tangent line. Now, what we need to do is find the limit. This is done by just looking at the p and the q along our line. So the limit as p approaches the q is the slope of pq, which is also the slope. So anyway, that's how you solve the limit and tangent lines of a parabola. And so just put in the comment section below if you have any questions or if there's any specific topics that you would like done.